Sorry for that hold. Yeah, just to confirm, so you're looking for performance information around the silver ETF?
I guess you could say that, although more specifically, I'm confused of how the price of silver came down 10% when you guys claim to have added a historical amount of metal on February 2nd.
Well, hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. And tonight, something that I've been wanting to share for a while. Took a while to edit and also get clearance on such a thing, but this was one of my calls to iShares. I might add that this was very similar to my calls to the CFTC, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and a whole bunch of others. But anyway, it was a fun call, interesting, seeing the actual response. By all means, you can go ahead and call for yourself, see if you get a similar reaction. And anyway, thanks to First Majestic for bringing us this video. I was actually happy to mention them as tonight's sponsor, especially because I appreciate everything that Keith Newmeyer, First Majestic, has done about speaking up about the silver manipulation in the realm of things that, let me put it like this. I don't know for sure, but my guess is that after further research, which I may have gotten a big clue the other day, I think a lot of these things that happen with silver happen with the stocks as well. I'm not sure if First Majestic has been a target of some of that. I've seen some signs that indicate that it is worthy of further research, but in either case, thanks to First Majestic for being, and Keith in particular, for being a great role model to me on how to handle something like this and do what you need to keep doing with what you can do, yet make your impact, stand up for what you feel is right. So thank you, Keith, for that. And anyway, this is a little return present to Keith and the legal team at First Majestic. And for everybody watching, feel free to download a copy, send it to your lawyer, and you can see how these financial institutions react when you question them about the things they say that don't make sense.
Thank you for calling Blackrock Funds. If you have pricing or fund performance questions not related to your account, say, I want general fund information.
I want general fund information.
Which of the following is your question about? Opening a new account, a price quote, current yields, or dividends and capital gains? You can also
trying to find the audit and an explanation of how the price fell 10% when the most silver in the history of the funds was added.
Sorry, please say opening a new account or press 1.
Representative.
A price quote. You said you wanted to talk to a representative. Is that right?
Yep. I'll pay extra if it's Jeff.
If you are calling about a Blackrock College Advantage 529 plan, please press 1. For all other inquiries, please hold for a service center representative.
That sounds exciting.
Thank you for calling Blackrock. These calls may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Oh, well, they're recording too, so it should be no problem.
Hi, thank you for calling Blackrock. This is Grady speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, Grady. This is Chris. I had a couple questions on SLV, although I did want to let you know, just for my own quality control purposes, I'm calling on a recorded line just so I can make sure I get things properly accurate. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, no, I'm completely okay with that, Chris. So what is it that I can help you out with here?
Cool. Well, I had called on Friday. I had a couple questions. They took my number. I hadn't heard back yet, but I was trying to find if the audit for SLV, and the other thing I'd asked them, I was confused how on February 2nd, when they added a record of silver, the price fell 10%, and I was trying to get some clarity on that one.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And do you mind, or Chris, do you remember who you had spoken with when you had spoken with someone on Friday?
I do not recall, unfortunately, but I don't know if you guys have a record of it, but I don't recall who answered, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. And do you have an account with us here?
No. I'm a silver analyst, so I get a lot of questions about this that I can't answer, so I've been trying to figure them out, but I'm pretty uncomfortable with a lot of the stuff I've heard, so I'd probably do a lot of things before I open an account. Actually, I'll be completely honest. I openly accused BlackRock and SLV of massive fraud. I've submitted a couple of rounds of evidence to the CFTC, although we know they don't do anything. So I also have a show where a lot of my viewers ask these same questions because they can't figure it out. I've also called JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, even the great Jeff Curry, who was an authorized participant of your fund and committed felonies on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. He hasn't explained that, but if you know who I could talk to get some clarity on that, it'd be much appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, certainly.
And is there any chance I could talk directly with Jeff Curry himself? Is he free?
So I mean, I'm more than happy to. I'm not sure whether or not he's free. You know, I'd be more than happy to get you over to our New York reception desk, and they might have an idea of what that possibility might look like.
Anyone in iShares or any bank you can find who can explain that, I would be honored to talk with them.
Yeah, certainly. Let me just.
Market economics, as I studied at Wharton, but hey, that's a chop shop too, so maybe I learned the wrong stuff.
Okay, all right. So here, Chris, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly reach out to someone and just see where would be the best place to get you over to, and then I'll return and we'll go from there. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, certainly. I'll just be a quick 2-minute hold. So thank you for holding. Be right back.
I've actually learned how to do this from a pool and a hot tub. Bragging a little bit, showing off my range and diversity, but you gotta have a little fun once you catch all of your government agencies complicit in fraud, right?
Hi, thanks for holding. So I do actually have a best number here to reach for our iShares team. I'd be more than happy to provide you with that number or get you transferred there directly, or do both.
Just send me on over. We'll have some fun with them.
Okay. All right. Certainly. I'll get you over to the iShares team now then. And
cool.
Yeah, nothing else here for the time being. You know, yeah. Thanks for calling Blackrock and then transferring over there now. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Have a nice day.
Thank you for calling iShares. You may visit our website at www.ishares.com.
Blackrock, this is Kendall.
Hi, this is Chris. I want to let you know I'm calling on a recorded line for quality control. I had a couple of questions about the SLV trust and just wanted to make sure I get things right. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, just give me 1 second, Chris. Chris, are you still there?
I
am. Yeah, what exactly are you wondering about?
Well, here's the thing. And I also have a YouTube show because I cover the silver market, and I've probably had thousands of comments, questions, emails, phone calls. What I can't answer to the public, how did the price of silver fall 10% on the day that SLV had a historical record of inflows? They reported 61 million on their own data. I was confused by that. I called Friday asking for some clarity. There were a couple gentlemen I spoke with. They transferred me to the supervisor, but so far no one seems to understand that. It's pretty bizarre as well, but can you help me figure that out?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm going to actually probably have to ask someone else for help as well, kind of like what you said earlier. It seems like that'll
Sure. If you know someone who can figure that out, please, I'm happy to wait. Jeff Curry might know. He's the Goldman Sachs guy that lied publicly. He's an authorized participant, so I've actually begun legal action against him because he made some felonies on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But if you want to call him, I left him a voicemail this morning. I didn't hear back, but he might know. So, but if you can find anyone, I would certainly appreciate that.
Okay, perfect. Chris, I'm just going to put you on a quick hold, and then I will be back to you, okay?
Thank you.
You are perfect. Do not change a thing.
It's like a Wall Street class. You talk about fraud. No one's fazed by it. Maybe it's just expected.
I just wish I could see her.
Like, you can't catch my attention talking massive felony fraud. Like, we've seen that before. I'm not impressed. Who thinks she'll be able to find the answer today? One with Ben else with silver on it? I say no. Appreciate she's trying to help, although maybe Jeff's the only one. How cool is that? You can call Goldman and ask for Jeff. They transfer you. I'm going to keep leaving him messages. I wonder what his background is. Like, what experience is required to become that knowledgeable?
It seems like James Anderson has some personal background information on him.
James Anderson knows Jeff Curry?
Well, he was originally
he
the one
talked
who
to
came
me?
out.
Wow, that's fortunate. Like, if you know Jeff, like, I'm not in that league. Maybe Paul Pelosi knows. He seems pretty smart.
Yeah, but he's been distracted recently with his options and whatnot.
He just specialized in Microsoft. He's not as well versed in silver.
Hey, Chris, are you still there?
I am.
Sorry for that hold. Yeah, just to confirm, so you're looking for performance information around the silver ETF?
I guess you could say that, although more specifically, I'm confused of how the price of silver came down 10% when you guys claim to have added a historical amount of metal on February 2nd. I talked to one of your representatives on February 5th, and I was trying to find the audit, which nobody over there seems to know where it is. But here's the thing that I was confused by, because I was asking a lot of questions about who actually adds the metal. And tell me if I'm mistaken on any of this, but I heard it was criminal enterprise in the words of Department of Justice, J.P. Morgan. So you have nobody's audited, or, nobody's ever audited it, at least from what I've been able to see. But there's an inspection letter that's stamped March 6th is the last date anyone besides J.P. Morgan's put their name on it. And then a week later, silver went below $12 while you guys added metal on the day it went below $12, which seems to defy the laws of known supply and demand. But I just don't understand. You guys you claim to add 61 million ounces on February 2nd, and the price came down 10% that day. I've not been able to find anyone on the planet who can explain or actually believes that you guys actually added the metal. And here's the part that leaves me a little uncomfortable. The only person checking any of this is J.P. Morgan, who last year paid $1 billion fine for rigging precious metals on hundreds of thousands of occasions. But does that clear up what I'm asking?
I believe so, but I just probably
I'm basically
sure
saying that SLV is a massive fraud. I report it publicly, and this is the third time I've called, but you're the fourth person I've spoken with in total. And it's kind of weird when I say this, and you guys act like you're not surprised at all, which makes me wonder if
all of
all
our information around this.
Huh?
I was just going to say all of our information for the iShares Silver Trust is all on our public website, so I could walk you through how to get there.
Is there anywhere on the public website that explains how the price fell 10% when you added? That was the most silver purchase in the history of your trust. So if you guys really purchased 61 million ounces and added it, how did the price fall 10%? Is there somewhere on the website that explains that? Because it's fraudulent. Otherwise, it's fraud. You know it's fraud. Maybe you haven't looked at the numbers, but I'm telling you, and I'll wait on hold, if there's anyone, or you tell me where on the website explains how the price falls 10% when you guys report. In fact, LBMA just issued a report saying so much metal was purchased on those 3 days, they were weeks away from running out, yet the price fell 10%, and J.P. Morgan, your felony gang, they're the only ones who have any oversight over the metal. They're also the custodians for the other silver trusts. Plus, when I called February 5th and when I called last week, nobody mentioned how you guys changed the prospectus in the middle of the night, February 3rd. Didn't tell anyone. And then your authorized participant lied about it February 2nd on PV on Bloomberg and then February 4th on CNBC. And I'm asking for clarification of that. And keep in mind, you said it was okay to record this conversation. So you're on a recording now. Is there anyone in any of the people who put their name on that trust that can explain this?
Yes, I understand you, sir. And again, I've given you all the information that is publicly available. Again,
so you cannot explain that. So I'm saying that you are working for a fraudulent organization. I can't get answers to these. I've submitted it to the fraudulent CFTC. But you're just telling me you don't know. I'm asking you is there anyone that can answer that question? I think it's appropriate given that you guys are supposedly serving investors. And I get the questions from your investors, and I have to stay up late answering the emails and making the phone calls. And then when I call you,
Right, I hear
nobody
you.
has any answers, and you're telling me to look on the website. Do you understand why people think you're running a fraud?
So if you would like to discuss anything
No, do you understand
further,
why people think your organization is fraudulent? Do you understand why? Would you, based on what you just heard, would you recommend to your parents to invest in that SLV trust? Would you feel comfortable if you heard they had money in it? Simple question. Would you feel comfortable? Would you put your money in it?
Sir, again,
would you put
I'm
your
sorry.
money in? That's a simple
I feel
question. I'm telling you that your organization is fraudulent. I've asked if you would put your money in it. I've asked if you can explain it. I've asked if you could give me anyone who can explain it. And in fact, I'll ask you another question. You don't have to answer this, but given what I've told you, and you won't answer this, do you think if a courtroom heard this recording, they would consider you liable for fraud?
I'm just going to put you on a brief hold, sir, okay?
Okay.
They just need some incentive. Then they'll hang out. Well, I've never heard that before. Is he liable? That was really good. So they put it on there.
Yeah, everybody verify I can do this in a hot tub too. It wasn't bragging. I mean, it was bragging. It's true. But I could back it up.
Now we have the phone with him.
Arrogant but honest. By the way, any place I've called, this is the same.
They can't do anything. They can't say anything.
Entertaining to me. I enjoy it. We're talking. Doesn't seem like a difficult question. He asked me, would I recommend for my mom to buy silver? Or do I try and get much money into silver? Yeah, I do. I've done it. I don't know why Dick Hayes is selling something that he says there's no way the price could ever go up, no matter what keyboard thumpers do. Why is he selling shit to his customers? Why is he ripping them off and then insulting them after they make him rich? I don't get that.
That the financial industry is so absolutely ignorant.
Jeff probably
Hi,
doesn't
Chris.
like.
Thank you for the patience. Are you still on the line?
I am.
Awesome, thank you. So I actually just realized that I'm not permitted to be on a recorded line, so I think to further assist you, I can take down your information, and I can more than happily pass that along to our corporate communications team, and they could probably
They're not free right now to talk?
No, but I can take down your information,
so
like I said.
I've already started legal action. I've submitted evidence to regulators. I publicly am exposing the fraud you're part of, and there's no one in the entire organization that's free to hear that or cares about it.
Like I said, Chris, I can take down your information. I appreciate your time today.
So I'm going to take that as a yes. I gave my information to someone on Friday. I told them the same thing. I haven't heard back yet. How long? When am I going to hear back? Tell me that. When can I expect an answer to this question that is pretty simple unless you're part of a fraud?
Right. The communications team will probably be in touch with you within the next few weeks or so, sir.
Next few weeks? Did you really just say that?
Number?
I told you that you guys are running a Ponzi scheme, and you said a few weeks.
Is there anything else I can help you out with today, sir?
I told you exactly what you can help me with, and you haven't helped me with any of it. So you're okay with what your employers are doing. It doesn't bother you. This doesn't seem. You think I'm probably making this up, right? Would you like to know about the evidence I have? Would you like to hear some of the evidence of the fraud that your business is engaged in? Would you like to hear it? I understand you don't know me. Maybe I'm full of shit. Would you like me to explain why I publicly accuse your business of fraud?
I got one of these little guys.
Would you like to have it explained if you don't know? Or are you already aware and you don't care?
Again, sir, I'm actually not allowed to be on a recorded line, so I'm going to end the call now. Is there anything else I can help you out with today?
Okay, so you didn't take my number down, so I guess nobody's going to call me. But that's fine. You made everything abundantly clear, and we'll see you in court one day.